brains are built to connect, but when trauma enters the picture, they shift into survival mode. That's why forming healthy relationships can feel so hard for some people who are carrying hidden wounds from the past. These wounds don't always come from strangers. Sometimes they come from the very people who were meant to protect you. Difficult childhood experiences, heavy expectations, or emotional neglect can stay with a person for years. Psychologists refer to these as adverse childhood experiences, ACEs, painful events that happen from early childhood through adolescence. Research from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention shows that these experiences are linked to long-term struggles like chronic illness, mental health challenges, and substance use later in life. Even when someone grows up, builds a new life, and forms new relationships, the emotional weight of the past doesn't always disappear. It can feel like old memories quietly return, influencing how they see love and trust. And even when you logically know your partner isn't the person who hurt you before, your emotional responses may still react as if they are. So what types of trauma shape how people behave in relationships, and how do they affect love? Let's break down 4 major ones and how they can quietly influence romantic life. Number 1. Rejection trauma. Rejection trauma often starts in environments where a child feels unseen, unimportant, or emotionally pushed away. Think back, did you ever feel like your voice didn't matter growing up? When love and attention feel inconsistent or absent, that emotional gap can follow into adulthood. In romantic relationships, this can turn into a deep fear of being rejected again. Studies, including one published in Dialogues in Clinical Neuroscience 2015, show that perceived rejection can trigger strong emotions like shame, jealousy, loneliness, anxiety, and embarrassment. Over time, these feelings can damage both confidence and connection in relationships. Psychotherapist Amy Morin explained for Very Well Mind that people with rejection wounds may see even small actions like delayed replies or busy schedules as proof they are unwanted. So instead of thinking they're busy, the mind may jump to "I'm not important." This pattern can create constant worrying, emotional insecurity, and the belief that acceptance from others is the only source of worth. Number 2. Abandonment trauma. Closely linked to rejection is the fear of being left behind. Abandonment trauma develops when a child grows up in an unstable or emotionally unsafe environment where care feels inconsistent or unreliable. This could come from neglect, emotional abuse, lack of support, or any situation where a child doesn't feel protected. Because children can't fully understand why it's happening, they often internalize it as "I must not be worth staying for." As adults, this can create deep trust issues and a fear that important people will leave without warning. Research published in Current Opinion in Psychology 2017 shows that individuals with anxious attachment styles often become highly sensitive to signs of rejection or distance in relationships. In more intense cases, unresolved trauma can contribute to serious emotional difficulties, including symptoms seen in borderline personality patterns, such as extreme fear of abandonment. Even without a diagnosis, the emotional response can be powerful panic, jealousy, clinginess, or emotional outbursts when a partner feels distant. At the core is a simple fear, being alone again. Number 3. Betrayal trauma. Some of the deepest wounds come not just from pain, but from who caused it. Betrayal trauma happens when someone trusted for safety and care becomes the source of harm instead. This can include experiences like parental betrayal, exposure to cheating in the family, addiction problems that disrupt stability, or caregivers failing in their responsibilities. For a child, this creates confusion because the same people who should protect them are also the ones causing harm. Research published in the American Journal of Psychology 2009 suggests that some individuals mentally block or disconnect from these painful experiences to cope and maintain attachment. As adults, this can lead to repeating familiar but unhealthy relationship patterns. Some people may stay in toxic situations longer than they should, struggle with independence, or fear leaving even when they are unhappy. The mind becomes stuck between what hurts and what feels familiar. Number 4. Humiliation trauma. This type of trauma is often rooted in shame moments when a child feels embarrassed, mocked, or deeply judged by caregivers or authority figures. It could come from being criticized harshly, ridiculed during growth changes, or made to feel not good enough in school, appearance, or behavior. Over time, this creates a lasting internal belief of something is wrong with me. To cope with this emotional pain, people often develop unconscious survival strategies. Psychologist Dr. Linda Harling describes 3 common responses: moving away from shame, moving toward shame, or moving against shame. Moving away can look like withdrawal, secrecy, or emotional distance in relationships. Moving toward can appear as people-pleasing, dependency, or losing personal identity just to be accepted. Moving against can show up as defensiveness, criticism, or pushing others away before they can cause hurt. While these coping styles help protect emotional safety in the short term, they can create conflict and distance in romantic relationships over time. If this resonates with you, take a moment to like this video. It really helps more people find content like this and understand themselves better. Share it with someone who might be going through similar emotional struggles, because sometimes awareness is the first step toward healing. Drop a comment below and let's talk. Have you noticed any of these patterns in your own life or relationships? Your experience might help someone else feel less alone. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep, eye-opening content like this. There's a lot more coming that can help you understand love, relationships, and yourself on a deeper level.